So the last conference that we were at, we highlighted a booth that was extremely extravagant. It had a lot of technology, a lot of forward thinking. It drew people in. It was pretty exciting. So we're at this conference, we'd like to highlight a booth that have a lot of really key elements and what makes you stand out a little bit differently as a brand, as well as sometimes all of the technology and the gadgets or what have you can take away from what you're doing. So this is a great booth for simplicity, consistency, and a small booth at that. So
let's talk about what makes it good. All right.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
So when we were walking by, one of the things that jumped out to us is that it drew us in. So we've seen hundreds of booths today, and this one somehow, outside of the people who were engaging, the design of the booth. And we'll take a snapshot of this booth just so you can see it and post it, because I think it's kind of coming across in video. But something that they did, which is a little tricky to see here, but they had a standard 10 by 10 booth, okay? Now I'll move over here. So with the standard 10 by 10 booth, people typically go, how do we maximize every square foot out of that booth? Well, they did something a little different by pulling the this wall forward a little bit, which is counterintuitive. But what happens is then you have this little section back here that gives it depth and dimension. So it seemed like actually a larger booth than it was. What else jumped out?
What else jumped out was something that Cheryl shared with us, which I think is pretty brilliant when you talk about being on your game and understanding what your goals are when you come to an event like this. It's not just to show up and check a box, but all the way down to the fact that, Cheryl let us know that they stand. They do not have chairs back here. It's very important for them to be attentive and to not just sit back and relax while they're here. They're here to do business, and they're here to get new leads. So I think that's an awesome thing.
So I walked past the booth. It was a decent booth. There was a guy sitting in a high chair with his phone and earbuds in, scrolling. It's nuts to me. But hey, the other piece, there's consistency, which is kind of an obvious piece that's important, but we haven't seen it a lot here. So the consistency in the front colors and then coming up to the back colors, all that ties in really well.